Can two people be the personal representative or be the executor? So again, a lot of states use different words. In Florida, we use the term personal representative, and that's going to be the person who's in charge of administering the estate. That's the person who, if necessary, is going to go to court. Most likely, that just means they're the person who's signing documents, for the attorney to actually administer the estate, make sure that all of the assets get distributed, and everything gets done, files the taxes, and all that sort of stuff. They're the point person. Sometimes there'll be a reason to have what we say co-personal representative, where there's going to be two personal representatives. I don't know that I've ever seen more than two, but sometimes in a person's will, if they have one, they might name joint or co-personal representatives, in which case, the court's probably going to allow that. Or sometimes if there is no will, you might have two siblings who they both want to be co-personal representatives. I personally generally don't like to have two people. Even if there is a will, sometimes I'll ask, hey, does one of you just want to let the other person do it? And that's fine, they can do that. Reason is because you run into situations where maybe now both people can't agree on what to do, or one of them wants to do one thing, the other person wants to do another thing, and every time you have that fight, now you're going to court to figure out what the actual action should be. Other reason is just from a purely practical matter. It can be difficult getting two people to sign documents, notarize documents if necessary, and it just kind of becomes a little bit of a headache. So now sometimes there's a reason, sometimes there might be a reason to have co-personal representatives. I see it sometimes in personal injury matters where someone's passed away and now there's multiple beneficiaries, multiple heirs, and maybe they have different personal injury attorneys representing them. So those two people, need to be co-personal representatives. That's where I see it, and sometimes it does make sense for that purpose. But otherwise, or maybe they don't want just one person to get a fee, which they're entitled to for being personal representative. So they might have two so that they both can share the fee. So again, I generally don't like it. It's not impossible. You can do it, but there's probably got to be a pretty good reason why you would want to be co-personal representative before we decide to go that route.